get to the top. Till I get to the top.
Wester's got it. Touchdown, Owls. Just the punter to beat. LaJohntay Wester will take it. And he strikes again for FAU.
Florida Atlantic's LaJohntay Wester is the only player in the country averaging over 10 receptions per game. And on Saturday at South Florida, Wester had 10 receptions, totaling 123 receiving yards and 2 touchdowns. And he joins us right now here in the American Studios. LaJohntay, great to have you here with us today. Yeah, appreciate it. For a guy that grew up just 30 minutes outside of Tampa, you play South Florida. How personal was this game for you?
It was very personal, you know, because USF actually was recruiting me kind of at one point in my junior year of high school, but they just never threw me an offer. So I kind of took that personal and remember when they didn't offer me and made them pay on Saturday.
I mean, and to do it in front of so much family, friends, over 50 plus people there coming out to support you. What was that experience like?
It was amazing, especially to get my first college punt return back in the crib in front of my family and friends. It was an amazing feeling. My grandma was out there. It was a blessing. It was an amazing feeling.
What was one thing that your grandma told you after the game?
That she's so proud of me. She even texted me late last night, probably around 1 o'clock in the morning, just sending me pictures and videos of her at the game. She enjoyed herself, you know, so that was a good feeling to see her finally get out the house and make it to a game, you know, and just see her have a great time.
Yeah, to have that support, and you mentioned that punt return, 67 yards to the house, the first of your career. What do you remember telling yourself as you caught that ball?
This the one. This the one. So after the punter punted the ball and I seen the hang time on it, I told myself, I said, this the one. And once I made that one move on the guy and I was stumbling, all I was telling myself was, don't fall. Please do not fall. Once I kept my balance, I knew we was going to the crib with that one.
You got it done. You know, we're talking a lot about family. I know it's extremely important to you, and to have this experience and sharing this experience playing Division I football with your brothers, Jalen and John, is it more fun to have them as teammates or growing up playing backyard football with the brothers?
Both. I think those they go together with each other, you know. When we was growing up, we was real competitive. You know, we playing against each other, we going at each other hard. But when we play together on the same team, nobody, even growing up, nobody couldn't beat us when we was on the same team. So, you know, to be able to play at a high level together, it's a blessing, an amazing feeling.
If you think about all the memories, all the experiences that you've shared with them, what's your favorite that really stands out from all these years?
Oh man, probably when we won our district championship in high school together. We all had 1 year when we played on varsity at Palmetto High School together and won the district championship. So, you know, to be a champion, to win the district championship together as brothers on the same team, it was a great feeling.
And then now, Division I football, Florida Atlantic, to have the season that you're having, 62 receptions on the year, more than any other receiver in the country. What is it that separates you from the rest?
My work ethic. You know, I think that's something that separate me from any other receiver in college football. You know, because I'm not the biggest, I'm not the strongest, not the fastest, but I play with a lot of heart and effort, and I think that's what separates me from other guys.
Your head coach, Tom Herman, said that you're a player that could go and play anywhere in the country with the talent you have. Why is it that you want to play for him at Florida Atlantic?
Like I told him after the game, I tell him after every game, just thanking him for the opportunity that he gave me and believing in me, because a lot of people they didn't believe I could make it this far. So I tell him every time, just thank you for believing in me, and I won't let him down. And I'm gonna give him 1,000% every time I step foot on that field.
Coach Herman, obviously, we know has a great offensive mind, and then offensive coordinator Charlie Fry, the way that he uses you, you're all over the field, extremely versatile, the way that they line you up. What is your role? How would you describe your role really in this offense?
whatever they have, whatever they need me to do. You know, I tell Coach Fry and Coach Herman, don't be afraid to put me here at running back or put me here at outside receiver. I do extra study time so I can be able to be versatile for this offense, you know. Because that's what this offense expect me to do. That's my role, like to be that guy. Anytime they need me, I come through and I prepare myself on and off the field to be able to perform on Saturday.
What's your favorite spot? Where do you love playing?
I love playing in the slot. That's my primary the position, you know. So that's my favorite spot for real. But I like going on the outside sometimes because you know it's a lot of one-on-one coverages. You know, you that never gets old. You get a lot of one-on-one coverages. So, but the slot that's where I make a lot of my money at.
Right, I had a feeling you would say that. And, you know, Stormy Bonantomi, she was our sideline reporter for ESPN on this game, covering this game. One of the things that she told me was that you are the catalyst, the energy on the sideline, hyping up the guys on the sideline and also your teammates on the field. Where do you get your energy from?
Um, I think that just knowing like I can't do this by myself. So I know this a team sport, and I know that my teammates feed off my energy. So if my energy is skyrocket, my teammates' energy is gonna be skyrocket. If my confidence is skyrocketing through the roof, their confidence is gonna be skyrocketing through the roof. So, you know, I just try to keep that energy, keep that juice up on the sideline, and even when we're not out there offensively and the defense out there, I try to keep them motivated and keep the defense hyped because I know if they make a play and I hype them up, that's gonna make them want to make another play and another play and another play. So it's a win-win for both of us.
One of those teammates, Tony Johnson, in the wide receiver room for you. He goes out and has a breakout game, his first 100-plus receiving yard game of his career. What impressed you about his performance on Saturday?
Man, just the way he was catching the ball Saturday, it was amazing. Like that one hand catch that he made, I was in disbelief. Like, oh my God, that's all I kept saying. I was on the field watching him, like, oh my God, it's like, oh my God, that's all I kept saying was, oh my God. Yeah, but Tony, he's a hard worker. It's no surprise to me that he came out and performed like that because he comes to work every day in practice and he gives 1,000%. So if you prepare yourself throughout the week and be ready for Saturday, your Saturday performance is going to show what you did throughout the week.
You mentioned the word surprise, and I think many on the outside would look at the quarterback situation for you all. Daniel Richardson stepping in for an injured Casey Thompson, and the way that he's been able to come in and just command this explosive offense. What is it about him and the way that you've been able to create a chemistry and synergy with him that's, you know, really creating some explosion for this group?
Well, we built our chemistry in January. He was here before Casey, so we kind of got to kind of build a bigger bond with him just because he was here longer before Casey. So you know that's kind of translating over to the field. We've been had built a chemistry with him. He's a great leader, you know, and we always put in extra work. It's never a day that we just like, oh, we just right after practice we're going home. No, we stand after getting extra catches, extra routes to build that time and that chemistry. So yeah.
And now this team 2-0 in conference play. You have UTSA coming up here this weekend. As you watch film on them, it's still early in the week, but what stands out?
Their defense flies around. You know, that's one thing that UTSA always had was a great defense that played with a lot of effort. You know, but we just have to come out and execute. If we come out and execute our plays and play our ball, no turnovers, we should be able to come out victorious for this game.
You guys are going to be looking pretty fly in these new uniforms that were unveiled just the other day. What was your reaction when you saw them?
I was hyped. I can't wait to put them. I can't wait to put them on Saturday. We're gonna look good. We're gonna feel good, and we're gonna definitely play good.
Love it. The recipe to success. LaJohntay, thanks so much for taking the
Thanks for
time.
having me.
Yeah, appreciate it.
Thank you.